Hello and welcome back to another episode of Foxy No-Tail's Minecraft Adventures here inside of my Bedrock Edition survival realm. And today, I've no idea what we're going to be doing, to be honest. But I am going to show you one thing before we start, which is located in my usual underground area. That's right, all the way underground, where all of my underground things go on, which is where I seem to spend most of my life. I really hope in the next series that I start, I end up working above ground a lot more than I do underground, because it's nice being down here because you're sort of protected. You never see the sun. And I'm getting a little bit pale. And you might have just caught a glimpse then of what I'm about to talk about, and it is these things down here. Can you see what we've got going on down here? Wow, this is the first time I've actually been down here so far. Basically, because we are running towards the end of this series now and things are going to be cooling down, I've asked all of the members of this realm if they want to come down and take one of these chunks down here, the ones with the signs on, not those two and not that one because I'm using those, and not the ones on this floor, but any along that back wall there and any along this wall here, obviously not the corners where the beacons are, and they can basically build their own chunk, something that reflects them, something that sort of says who or what they are, and I think so far, by the looks of it, they're looking pretty good. Now, first of all, I'm going to come over to this one, because one of the rules is that you do have to put walls and a ceiling on this, because I don't want to see the back walls like these are, and like all of mine are, they're completely filled in except for the front. So the front can be open, but the backs and the sides and the ceilings have to be filled in. So whoever's this one is, let's go have a look at it quickly. It looks amazing, by the way. Darkness, work zone, use protective equipment. It looks absolutely amazing. I really love the style of it. But yeah, you're going to need to put walls and a back and a roof on there, please, Darkness, if you wouldn't mind. This one, whose is this one? This is by Serpent. Oh, okay, Fire Serpent. And this is very nice Mario there, very sort of simplistic and block style. I like it. It suits Minecraft. This one I'm pretty sure is going to be default username, who has like a Wild West Mesa type town on the server. And yeah, it does say there default. Looking absolutely amazing. Very, very nice. It looks like it's probably still under construction. But yeah, it's coming along. And I would guess by the fact that there's shulker boxes left here as well, that is definitely under construction. And then last but not least, we have over this one. And I believe this is going to be Riker, who was actually the first person to start doing this. And it looks like they've not got ever so far. There we go. Look, Riker. Before either running out of blocks or running out of time, but they're relatively new on the server, so they probably don't have a great deal of resources to start with. So that's what these are all about, really. So I'm encouraging anybody that doesn't know this is open to do this. Any members on my realm, we've got one here, we've got another couple there. 1, 2, is that 2 or 3 down there? I think that's 3. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots left. And I'd really like it if you could come along and just build something that reflects you, not farms. I don't want farms. Upstairs is for my farms, and obviously I've got my mob farm here. I don't want any more farms. We've got plenty of farms. Just a nice little build. Something nice and quaint like that house there, or something like that. Oh, look, it actually looks like we've got more than 5. We've got this one here. 1, let's fly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 we've got all together. And then where did you come from, Spider? I've got a feeling I know. If you are building these to the roof, you see like I've done, I've lit them up above so that things don't spawn on them. It looks like default usernames might not be quite light enough up here to stop things spawning. So yeah, if you're building roofs on and you're leaving a gap between the roof and this layer here, then please do light it up so that we don't get mobs crawling around, because not only do I not want to be snuck up on by a creeper, but also my mob farm relies on the fact that this area is completely spawn-proof. So yeah, I just appreciate that. Thank you very much. There we go. Right, let's get on with what we're going to do in today's video then, which, as I've said, I have no idea. Actually, do you know what? I do have an idea. I'm going to do something that I've been saying I'm going to do for a long time, and that's I'm going to build this chunk here. And it says on that sign there, reserved for Foxy. I said for ages that I'm going to build another one of these chunks. These are like my museum chunks, and they reflect like episodes on this series of things I've built. So we've got my when I did the Guardian temple over there, and it's got the sponge that I got from the Elder Guardian. We've got when I did the Woodland Mansion there. They've got when I did the Ender Dragon and the End Cities on there. We've got when we killed the Wither on there. So this one is going to be for my first little starter house, and it still exists on the server. Let's go and see it and see what we're going to be building in that chunk, and it's going to be a tiny little quaint thing, so it should be nice and easy to do. If we fly over this way, you can see over here, not this building, but this little horrible wooden shack is where I spent my first night on this realm. When I first started this up as a single player world, that's where I spent my night. So this is what I want to replicate, including the ground, and that's about it. So a bit of grass and a little wooden shack. Oh man, that's not going to be too difficult now, is it? Right, let's get cracking then, shall we? In terms of an overall design, I'm probably going to do something very similar to this, in like that we'll use the light blue concrete powder and some sort of like concrete and other bits and bobs to make it look like it's grass around it, and then put some sea lanterns in the ceiling, and we can just then put actual grass on the floor and the building in the middle. So we've done something similar already. It's not going to look too dissimilar from that, but it does look like here, have we had an accident? Has there been a creeper gone off? I don't remember leaving that like that, but then you'd think if a creeper had gone off, there'd be holes. Has someone been in here? And if so, why? Why have they been in here? That's weird. I don't remember leaving that like that, but I may well have done. I'll have to check back through my videos to check. And before we do anything else, I just want to check this area out. This has all been nicely growing now. The vines are falling down. The bamboo's growing. It looks very, very nice in here. I like this. As we discovered in the last video, the design's not 100% because the stuff does pop out, but it looks pretty good. Now, someone in the comments suggested that I could put like dark green or brown glass on here instead to make it look more dirty. I don't think I'm going to bother, to be honest. I'm quite happy with it as it is. I'm pretty happy to just leave that as is now. That's pretty much done. I'd still like a better design on the front, but I haven't come up with anything yet. It would be nice if we... In fact, I'll tell you what we could do. We could just remove all of this... all of this and just put bamboo up, or would that sort of lose the effect? I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try that before we go and build this other thing. I think that's okay. I think that's definitely a lot better than it was with the yeah, with all of the jungle wood, but it's still not perfect, but it'll do. It will definitely do. I'm not going to stress about it anymore. That's perfectly fine. That'll do for me. So let's get this little area tidied up now and do what we're actually supposed to be doing today. Right then, I've dug out the floor as usual. First thing I'm going to do is layer the entire bottom layer with grass. We can work on actually making this sort of slightly 3D once I've got it all in. But first thing to do is build this, then we'll build our little house, then we can do the walls and the sides of the ceiling, then it's going to be job done. This is going to be a really nice and easy one. Well, this is very handy. I just logged out to get the screenshots of my starter house ready. I logged back in. Why am I on the castle? And where did I just land? I landed on a roof somewhere and all my stuff's gone. Where was it? I could see my dinosaur. What roof was I on? And why did I land on some random roof? I know there's a bug that sometimes when you log back in, you can fall from the sky limit and die. But where is it? Where's my stuff before it despawns? Right, oh, let's get some spare elytra and see if we can go find it. Was it over here? Was it? Oh, it's the spawn building. I landed above the spawn building, so I did TP back at spawn. Looks like some other people have as well and left a chest here for such occasions. I just want to say, though, this crafting table up here, look, guys, I know I keep moaning about it. Let's keep this area tidy, shall we? We spent a long time building this world. This world's been going on for a very long time, and I keep seeing things like this cropping up, just random chests and random crafting tables around the place. And there's another one here. If you're going to get chests out, if you're going to do stuff, tidy up when you finish, because it's not fair for other people when we spend all this time building on it. To be fair, if that's the only thing I've got to moan about on this realm, that's pretty good going. It's not like we get griefers or anything like that going on. I can see there's a pile of mud here from obviously somebody getting on top to get their stuff back. Come on, you're better than this, guys. Clean up after yourself. It's not worth it. Yeah, things like this pile, don't leave them around, guys. And the chest on the roof doesn't need to be there. And the random crafting tables don't need to be there. Things like this. This was probably an Enderman. But an Enderman didn't do that big pile up on the corner there. I understand why you've put that pile there, so you can get on the roof. That's fine. But then just tidy it up afterwards. And there we go. We've got a nice little house. We've put the bed in it. We've put a chest in there and a crafting table, which is pretty much how I had it laid out on my first video. And I think we should actually go back and just have a quick look at that in the actual video to see what that looked like, because I think it's going to be really weird and cringy. And I'll have a different skin as well. Let's go have a look. Wow. Okay, so I was recording it in the plastic texture pack. I completely forgot about that. And this is the spawn area that I'm walking around in at the moment. Obviously, it was Windows 10 edition back then. It was kind of sort of Pocket Edition / Windows 10. It was before the Better Together update. And yeah, it looks really, really weird. Let's just skip ahead to see where my starter house is on this. And here we go, look. This is where I start building it here. Wow, what an exciting looking starter house this is going to be. And my building skills still haven't improved. Wow. So let's skip to the bit where we're on the inside. There we go. So the torches were on all 4 corners. We had a crafting table, a furnace, and a bed as well, which is, I didn't expect the furnace to be in there. So, yeah, I need to have a quick change around to make it the same. And that's a blue bed, but this was before we had the different coloured beds. So that was the only type of bed you could get. And it was only blue because it's in the plastic texture pack. So it was just technically a default red bed in the normal texture pack. So, yeah, let's go and do that then. Fingers crossed I'm not going to fall to my death logging back in again, please. Hey, there we go, back where we left off. So, other than the bed being in the wrong place then, that wasn't too far off. So what did we have? We had the crafting table there, a furnace in the middle, and the bed to one side. I'm not going to bother making a blue bed. There's no need to whatsoever. We can just use a normal bed. That's absolutely fine. And I just need a furnace. Oh, I thought I might have a furnace kicking about. It doesn't look like I do. But I do have some cobblestone in here, so we can easily make one. And I know somewhere I've got like 2 stacks of furnaces, but not where I need them, obviously. So let's grab that. Let's chuck that in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out of this. I'm going to go to my global resources, and I'm going to activate the plastic texture pack. Not only for this, I'm not going to add this. I'm not going to do any more videos with this horrible texture pack. I used to love this texture pack. I used to really like it, but it just looks so weird now. I'm used to the other one. But yeah, wow. We'll have a good look around soon. Even the crosshair is so bulky and horrible. But there we go. It looks almost exactly the same. Oh, I haven't put the torches up there either, but there we go. So that's that bit. Let's finish building this off with the plastic texture pack then, and then we'll put it back to normal after we've done a little bit of a tour. I've run out of grass blocks, everybody. It's emergency. Wow, it's weird looking in chests. It's really weird looking in chests. Do I have any grass blocks there? No. What about in here? I know I've got some in my miscellaneous box. There we go. Grass blocks. Oh, man, that inventory is horrid. Why did I play with it? Look at it. It's horrible. It's so horrible. There. Growth, dude. It's horrible. Foxy's Starter House, Episode 1. There we go. Right, walls and ceiling time. So in order to do the walls and the ceiling, I'm going to need a lot of, concrete powder. And I did just happen to bring with me a load of sand and gravel and some light blue dye in one of these as well, so we can make that. There we go, light blue dye. I've also got some bone meal and some lapis as well, so we can make more. Right, so in order to do the rolling hills, all I'm going to do is literally just build up this in like a hill shape, and then merge it with different colours of concrete and terracotta and greens really. So like there's a hill like that, and then we might have just a little one over here like this. No, oh man, gravity blocks, they're so annoying. Right, and then another one over here. This one can be a bit taller, possibly, if we can actually place the blocks. Let's go a bit bigger than that. Let's go crazy. Let's have a massive big hill over here. Why not? Let's go absolutely mental. There we go. That's a nice one there, and we'll do one on this side as well, just to create a little bit of difference, really. There we go. We've got a hill there. So now what I'm going to do is just add little bits of detail by giving it some shading. So we'll put like some lime terracotta on this sort of side of the hills, and then we can put some darker colours on the other side to give it sort of a shadowy effect. And that way it doesn't look 3D, but it'll look a little bit more 3D than it is. Does that make sense? Probably not. And now we just want the light stuff again on the top, just to add it. Look, almost looks like light sort of shining over the hill. But not everywhere, just on a couple of the top bits, just to add that in there. And that should do, really. We don't really need to add a great deal more than that. We can put the sky on top of that, which is just going to be the light blue concrete powder. Okay, that's the sides in. That looks okay. Doesn't look too bad. I actually quite like the shade of the light blue in the plastic texture packs. I'm not overly keen on the spottiness of it, but I do like the shade of it. In the default texture pack, light blue concrete is really, really vivid. It's a bit too vivid for my liking. So yeah, I do like the look of that. Next thing, we're going to need a load of glass because we're going to have to do the glass like the ceiling that we've got up here. Let's go, ow, back up to here. Look at that. That's how we've done the ceiling. So we've basically got a layer of white glass, then the sea lanterns, and some more light blue concrete. So I'm going to have to make even more concrete because I've just about run out of that as well. And then that's the glass all in. Now we've got to do the sea lanterns, and then we can do the last little bit of concrete. So I don't know how far away we want these sea lanterns. I can't remember the spacing, but because it's uneven, it's a bit awkward. I think, not like that. Like that, maybe. 3 from each edge and 3 from the front, and I don't know, double in the middle? I don't know. Something like that. That'll do. That'll do. Who even really cares? Who even really cares? We'll just have a nice, weird pattern like that that's just going to look really strange from down below. Very good. And that's all of that in as well. And we don't need to light it up because it's got sea lanterns in it, which is very nice. So let's have a look underneath and let's have a look at our dingy little starter house. Oh, it looks magnificent. It looks just like the real thing. And we do need to get rid of this sand tile here. There we go. Pop a torch there. That'll get rid of that. Nicely done. Very good. It looks epic. Oh, it's so amazing. And we can go in here. We can sleep away our evenings. What a good job. What a good job, Foxy No-Tail. Excellent job. Doesn't it look rubbish? Doesn't it just absolutely look rubbish? But it's fine. It's absolutely fine. That's what it was designed to be like. That's what it was supposed to do. And I think it's okay. I think this whole thing tells the story now. So we've got our starter house from episode 1. Next to this, we've got the Wither battle, which was episode 26. After that, we got the Ender Dragon fight, which was episode 37. After that, we had the Woodland Mansion battle, or the Woodland Mansion exploration, which was episode 41. And this one, we did the Ocean Monument clearing, which was episode 46. And now we're all the way in episode something else, 84. Now, that's a long way to go. That's a lot of episodes. It doesn't seem that many in the length of time. I have been recording on this series for a very, very long time. But yeah, that's a lot of episodes for me to do on this little series. Right, anyway, that's enough of looking down here. I'm going to tidy all that up in a minute, and then we're going to go and have a little explore around this world and see what it all looks like now in the plastic texture pack. So the first thing we're going to look at is obviously our first starter house, and now I'm going to cut to looking at this in the real world and see what the difference is. And there you go. So there's quite a big difference between that and what we got downstairs, but that's obviously because this isn't in an underground chunk. The building is exactly the same. Oh, I forgot to bone meal. I forgot to bone meal around it, but that doesn't matter. That's the same. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to go and look at our base over here. So all of the top area was done after I basically left the plastic texture pack behind. And yeah, went to the default texture pack. But all this underground bit here, this was all done when I still had the plastic texture pack. So all of these textures were there when I was designing this like this. So this was designed to look like this. So this is the challenge room. We've got our nether wart room. In fact, I think the nether wart block room I might have done after that. We've got our original entrance to our mine down here, which is now blocked up. It doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, this is how it all looked. And even outside, some of the stuff was done before the plastic texture pack. And oh, look, we've got chickens in minecarts with the zombie down here. Oh, well, they can all have their meeting. One of them must be Big Chicken standing, I guess. And if you don't know where Big Chicken is, he's on holiday. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We'll see him again soon, I'm sure. And none of this was done in the plastic texture pack. This all looks really, really strange, seeing this in this texture pack. It looks really, really weird. But it doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look horrible. The menus look horrible and the items look horrible, but the world doesn't look too bad. It looks interesting, and I actually thought the design or these styles I've been building in, this sort of medieval look, wouldn't suit this texture pack at all. But it actually looks okay. It doesn't look too bad. It looks a bit weird, but it doesn't look too bad. But that's enough of the plastic texture pack for me, so let's get it switched back out again. Ah, that's much, much better. Yes, back everything as it was. So it's not as vibrant, it's not as blocky, but it does have a much more sort of natural feel to it. It's still Minecraft, it's still a blocky game, but I don't know, just something about the default texture pack just looks just looks better. It certainly looks better in this style. So now we're back in the default texture pack. Let's go back downstairs and see what our little build looks like. And it's going to look horrible because those light blue walls are so vivid. It's going to look really, really weird, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. I can already see from here it's not looking particularly good. No, it looks okay. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look as nice as it did in the plastic texture pack, but that's just because these walls, this light blue concrete powder is just so vivid. It's so horrible. And I've just noticed as well, that block there doesn't look very good, does it? We can't get through to our beacon anymore either. We're going to have to put like an access door through. Oh no, if I break, that's concrete powder as well. If I break through there, all that wall's going to come down. Oh dear. I haven't thought that through very well, have I? Well, now that we've got all of that row done, we've got all 5 things side by side with each other, that's looking pretty good. We've got an entire finished wall. So we've still got one farm to put over there on the top row to make that a finished wall as well. But that looks pretty good. I'm very happy with that. And we actually have Fire Serpent over here, building his one chunk design, which was the Mario one, which is coming together nicely. It looks like he's putting a bit of black carpet down and some mushroom blocks at the minute. So that should be interesting to see how that goes. But on that note, I think that is just about enough for us today. I've got a few more of these things still to build before the end of the series, so don't worry, we're not going just yet. But we will be going very, very soon. So please, if you are a member of my realm, if you are one of my patrons and you have access to this realm, please come along and get yourself one of these 3 or one of those 3 chunks built. I would like to see some more things coming on. Don't forget, I don't want any more farms. I want something interesting and nice to look at, please. And also, I would like the sides and the roof and the back to be done as well, not like this one here. And on that note, it's time to go. So as usual, I'd like to say thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do please leave a like. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!